speech is on 3D printing. First, I'm going to start off with like a little story that I found on the internet. It was about how a 3D printer actually saved a newborn baby's life. So what it did was it actually it didn't create an organ, so it wasn't like something fancy like that. But it actually what it did was it replicated like a tube or some sort like in the lung, and it helped the newborn baby like basically breathe and survive basically. So, and that was like a temporary thing. So it's pretty crazy. And after further research, I noticed, I was like, okay, let's talk about the history, like where it came from, and secondly, I'm going to talk about how they're being used today and like the present status of the 3D printers. Lastly, I'm going to talk about the future and like what we can expect from 3D printers. So here's just an example of what a 3D printer looks like and how just like a basic model of it. Nothing too fancy. So first off, I'm going to talk about the history of 3D printing and where they came from. So the idea was pretty much, it was around like 1985, something like that. And a guy named Chuck Hull, he was inspired by the printer, and he actually, he was like, hey, like why can't we just make a 3D printer and help people save their lives and stuff like that by creating organs and stuff. So that was like his goal. So he, after countless tries of talking to his boss and saying like, hey, got any more funds to do research on this and stuff like that, he was constantly turned down and said, hey, you know what, you're gonna have to do it on your own time. And so Chuck Hull took matters onto his own and did his research on during the weekends and stuff like that. And so he actually created the first 3D printer. It was around 1985, like I said. But a fun fact was he was actually beat to the chase by like a French inventor, but whatever. So his first invention was it was like a little cup, and nothing like too crazy, but they were all pretty stoked about it. It was like a little cup made of like plastic materials and stuff like that. And so it just that's pretty much like the history of it. And yeah, it was like 1985. So secondly, I'm going to talk about how they're being used today. And today, they're according to like an article by Corey Jackson. She talks about Corey Jackson, who is actually a law enforcement spokesperson. She talks about how whether or not they should. She talks about in the article how she's amongst a couple co-workers of hers, and she talks about how whether or not 3D printers should actually be legal or not, because they are actually now in today's society they're able to replicate guns, and basically anybody, if they have great knowledge of the 3D printer and if they own one, they can actually make a gun from it. So it just comes to show you that that's how they're being used today. Pretty much they're able to replicate gun parts and stuff like that. So with that article, Corey Jackson states, I believe that the first gun that they were arguing about was like just a regular handgun and stuff like that. Nothing too special, but still it just proves what they're possible or what they're capable of today. So, and then lastly, my very essential idea is what we can expect from 3D printers. There was an article by I think Richard Sampson. He's basically just he's been researching 3D printers like throughout the time they've been created, and he states that during the future, he predicts that they will be easily accessible, like just as McDonald's. So, like around the neighborhood, there's McDonald's everywhere. So, in his prediction, he predicts that they will be similar to that, and they will be just as easily accessible to the public. And he also gives an example of like, so say like you have a German car or something like that, and it's in need of a part that's messed up, and you're not going to wait like 3 months or whatever to get the part from Germany. And so what you can do from like a 3D printing store, you can go in and say, hey, I'm missing a part, and I need a whatever. This is the car model, and then they will look up on the database exactly what the 3D printer can print. And so it prints out the exact same part. So it's basically just a convenience, and don't sleep on them. Like they're gonna come up, and yeah. So in conclusion, I talked about the history of 3D printers, where they came from, and Chuck Bowley's inspiration and stuff like that. Secondly, I talked about their use today. And then I just recently talked about a prediction of what they would be like in the future. And in my opinion, I think that 3D printers are not one to be just ignored, because you will, I'm sure most of us have heard of them, but not know exactly what they are fully capable of. So that's just my opinion. Just they will come up again in the future. So.